What is up, YouTube? Today we are here at Mike Ward McLaren and we have a special guest, Foster.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be going over the 2023 Lamborghini Huracan STO, covering this beautiful paint finish, the matte green with the yellow livery on it. Let's go over some quirks, let's go into interior, exterior, and a couple little extra things that make the car pretty fun.
So Foster, can you tell us about the front of this car?
Yeah, so on the front of the Lamborghini STO, we're going to have right here this STO color package. So it's going to be the livery that's on the sides of the cars, the front of the car, and then it also feeds back a little bit into the wing over there. It's going to be the two tones, so we got this matte green over or under the bright yellow, which is actually an ad personam color. So this yellow ad personam color matches this really well, and if you guys have seen before on this channel, we also have a Aventador over there that is the same colorway. It's a pretty special car, super rare, not seen a lot.
So moving down the car, Foster, can you tell us what's special about these wheels?
Absolutely. So these wheels are actually designed for the STO. The Huracan, like the base model, the Evo, the Performante and stuff like that, don't actually come with these set of wheels. Something that's also special with this setup right that we got going on right here is the carbon ceramic brakes right behind it. So it actually is an 8-month curing process to be able to get these brake rotors all the way compressed and ready for temperature. And they dissipate heat actually better than almost any brake rotor I've ever run into. And they're a ton of fun, you know, stopping power on a dime, they're beautiful. And right above that, so they're covered in the Potenza Sports, the Bridgestones of course, and above that you'll kind of get the carbon accents that you got right down here, feeding into the carbon aero, and also the livery extension from the front, leading down into the side, into the STO badge. So this STO badge is actually going to stand for Super Trofeo Omologata, which translates directly into street legal race car. It's a really cool feature, not a lot of people know that, and I think it's a pretty interesting one.
So I see this massive scoop coming along down to the engine bay. Can you also tell us about that?
Yeah, so the roof scoop and the aero package that we have on top of this, with the roof scoop and then also feeding into the back panel of the car, it's all one solid piece and all carbon. And so there's two little key parts on the top of it that are a 3D printed key that come inside of every single Huracan. And so to open this on both sides, you got to press in and turn it, and then two people, you know, it's a little bit safer, pull it both off and slide it back, and then you slide it right up and the whole piece comes off. Same thing with the front right up here. So if you look right down in here, there's actually a 3-piece prong there as well that leads, and the whole front of the car is one solid piece.
So you said this was a street legal race car, but I see this huge wing. Can you tell us about it?
Of course. So this full wing back here is going to be all carbon, top to bottom full carbon, and it is adjustable, but not while you're moving. With this wing, it comes with an additional 926 pounds of downforce, which, I mean, just turns this car from a Huracan into what it looks like. I mean, it's just a monster on the road, like jet car, speedy, fast, you know, it's all the bells and whistles. This car is, you know, the top of the top.
So is there anything else special you can tell us about the back end of this car?
So with the back end and kind of feeding into the back end, you do have this aero package that is a direct air intake directly into the engine bay, so you know it helps with all the cooling and stuff like that. But also on the back end of this, it opens up quite a bit from your typical supercar. So a lot of the typical supercars with the other brands have a solid one-piece, you know, back bumper. But with the Huracan STO, they actually open it quite up. Same with the Technica, you know, to an extent, but on the back here, they actually opened up so you can see all of the open exhaust, you can see all of the tire from the back of it. That just makes it way more aggressive. So it's a little bit more fun, you know, a little more in your face, a little bit just more exciting to look at. And it's a really good addition to the Lamborghini line. So if you pull me right over here, we're gonna open the doors, and when you do this, it actually opens the door handle for you. So you just little tug and pull, press it wide on open. And if you look on the inside of this, actually, so they come with the full carbon door. On the STO, it is base, so no added option right there, but it does come with the little pull tab handle, which I think is a fun little option on any car like this. With the seats, you have the 6-way manually adjustable sport carbon seats with the yellow, which matches the exterior, which earlier we were talking about. It's a Giello Balenes. And it's just an absolutely beautiful color with all of the yellow matching on the interior. So on the inside of this STO, if you look right over here, the entire steering wheel is actually covered in Alcantara with the yellow matching 12 o'clock stripe up at the top and the yellow stitching on the inside of the steering wheel. It's a really beautiful spec. They're a ton of fun to drive. They feel great in your hands when you're going down the road. And if you move over into the center console away from this one, you actually get the start-stop flap in this is color matched to the outside of the car, which is going to be covered in Vert Turbo. Right below that, you're going to have the dark chrome package that goes all the way from the top up here to the window switches, all the way back down to the parking brake. So on the inside, we got the start stop, you got the reverse, the parking, and the manual button, and then into the parking brake, all right in your hands, or right hand console, super close, easy to use, eat piece of cake.
So I see there's no blinker or any windshield wiper stuff. Are they on the steering wheel?
So on the left side of the steering wheel right here, you're gonna have your brights, and then right below that, you're gonna get your left and right hand blinkers. Little thing that I was confused with when I first started hopping in these cars and messing around with them a little bit, you actually have to press down on the blinker button to get rid of it, which, you hop into one of these for the first time, you're probably not gonna figure out, but it's a fun little quirk about the car that I've actually come to really, really love. And then if you transition up to the top part of the cockpit right here, you're gonna have a line of 7 different switches, one of which does not have a use, but on the right hand, the 3 on the right, are going to be your right hand window controls, your vehicle lift for the nose, and also the traction control button. Right in the middle centered is going to be your hazard lights, which, quick, easy little turn on and off. And then on the right side, you're going to go to the auto stop start and also the left-hand window switch. So everything's, pretty consolidated right next to each other, really easy to use. So on the dash of this car, we do have the two-tone stitching with the yellow leather stripe right under the full Alcantara dashboard. And then all 4 of your air vents up at the top here are going to be coated in a carbon fiber housing, which the AC and the heat on these cars is just out of this world. Immediately hot, immediately cold, wonderful to use. And if you check out the front, right here, right in front of you, so the little cockpit, the vision that you see, you're going to get your entire heads-up display, so you'll be able to see everything from, track options to speedometer to, gas, everything that you really need in any typical car, but this one makes it a little more sporty, a little more Lamborghini, if you will. And when you're sitting in here, right behind you, you're going to actually have the V10 sitting right behind your head. So when you're driving this, it's just a monster, screaming in your ears.
So, huge thank you to Mike Ward, huge thank you to Foster for taking us around the car today. Make sure you guys like and subscribe so you can see more content like this, and have a good one, boys.